Hello, today I wanted to paint Mike from Monsters Inc. I'm using an iPad Pro 13 M4 version, but any iPad will do. I'm using an app called Procreate, which is a great app for the iPad and very cheap. So follow along and hopefully you enjoy it, and let's get to it. Let's start by creating a new canvas. Just use screen size. It doesn't really matter too much. We're going to only use one brush. Go to Inking. It's called Technical Pen. So choose that, and we have a bunch of sizes. So let's just choose black for now. We want this size, so you don't need to put these holders there, but if you want, I'm using 16%. So it means I can go quite thin and pretty thick. So we'll go for 16%. And we're going to be using this technique a lot, where you hold it down and you can make a shape. So, create a new layer. You'll have one by default. Click on the background and make it a bit darker. It's up to you. Don't worry about it. But just like make it a bit darker, because white kind of hurts my head. So that's all, and it'll just make it nice, easier to see what's going on. Now, Mike is a kind of a funny shape. He's kind of like this. But let's not worry about that for now. Let's just keep it simple. And we're going to go for a circle. So let's just get his big body in. Hold it down and be loose with this. There's no need to be that accurate at this stage. And if you get it wrong, choose this. Let's go to freeform. And then you can resize it. But there's nothing much above him, so you can stick it up quite high. But there's a bit below, so make sure you have some space. So at the moment, let's just rough some things in, right? So we're gonna go like this, and his hand's gonna do something like this, and then across there, he's gonna have his arm, and it goes there, and we have a hand doing this kind of thing. But let's just rough it in. Rough it in. His hands a little bit big, but just be loose. Don't worry about it. And then his eye comes around here, and something like this, and something like that, and then you got a big circle there. Again, you can hold it down. Oops, made a mistake. Hold it down. We got there. You can use your other hand and get that in. We're gonna do this again, so don't worry about this one. So we go there, make like a big crease, and then go there, and we're gonna have some teeth there, and then his leg comes out down here, and his feet is quite big, and then he's gonna come out there, and kind of just like that on this one, and then blah blah blah. Right, so that's basically what he's gonna look like, right? So we got his horn thing, but try to be loose and don't worry about making it perfect. We don't care about perfect. Okay, so that's rough. Let's resize him a little bit. Stick him in the middle. Go back to your layer, the one we're drawn on. Make it opacity 13-ish, so we can trace over. Make a new layer. Don't forget, we're on Technical Pen, size 16%. And now we can do it for real. Now, if you really wanted to, you could make his circle shape more accurate, but I'm not too bothered. I'll keep a circle. So remember, make a shape, hold it, and there we go. For the circle though, hold it and then tap, and we're gonna get the proper circle. But we only need a couple of circles, so it's no big deal. So let's make this shape. Hold it down. There we go. Make another shape. Hold it down. Oh, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it doesn't want to do that. So right, there we go. And then go there, and you can move it around. So if it doesn't quite fit, move it. Don't try to be too accurate though. You want to Right, use my extra finger. You got a big eye, and then let's draw the reflection in. But try not to be too accurate, because if you do get too accurate, you're gonna lose any sort of style of your own. So we want to keep, your individuality and fun. So don't go trying to be too neat. If you're too neat, you'll just look like everybody else. Mistakes are good. Leave mistakes in. So there we go. Let's make this kind of shape. It's kind of like eyelid thing. I don't even know what you would call it. So we'll stick a horn in there. This horn is probably too big, so the underside is just a guide. Let's go to eraser. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Again, pretty rough. Don't get too neat. Right, slightly tricky a bit now. Let's get his arm in. He's got skinny little arms, which is good. And again, don't be too accurate, because your little mistakes is what kind of makes it unique. Okay, let's give him a chunky little hand. There we go. Now this leg. Go down there. He's got a big leg that comes like all the way over here. His big foot, I mean. Let's draw a couple of... Yeah, that's a little bit ugly, but... Yeah, there again. It'll be my version. Ooh. And ugly's okay. You won't notice this at the end. Okay, make sure they taper in a little bit. And we go down there. Yeah, didn't like that. Let's try that again. If you don't like it, just try it again. And then it's kind of got that going on. Let's tidy that up a little bit. Again, keep your mistakes. Keep your mistakes in there, because it'll look like yours then, rather than just anybody's. Cool. I got that. Let's draw his other arm. There we go. Let's get rid of this bit. Get his arms in front of his. There, it's behind his head. This time it's in front of his head. So don't be too accurate about this. Let's just get something in. Chunky fingers. And then there we go. Yeah, it kind of joins his arm, so let's do that. And there we go. That's kind of the sketch in. This is probably a bit too sharp. So let's undo that. Let's go down a bit more. Hold it down, get a nice shape. And then let's do this. Oops. Be careful if you go a bit too flat, because it won't give you a curve then. There we go. It's a better curve. Again, I'm not going for accuracy. I'm just trying to make it my own. Okay, we can turn the bottom one off now. You could probably delete the bottom one. Up to you. Leave it there for now. Let's create a new layer between the rough sketch and the proper sketch. And let's take a green. It's towards the yellow side of green. So there we go. It is... I'm using classic. But there we go. You can pause that. That's the green I've used on the hexadecimal if you want to put the value in. I'll go back to classic. Still using technical pen. Make it as big as you can. And let's just make a shape. Again, I don't want to be too accurate. I don't mind if it goes outside the lines. None of these little details matters. The big details matter. So let's just be a little bit messy, because it's more fun. Let's try and get his leg in there. Doesn't matter if you go outside the lines, but don't leave space inside. Okay, we can grab this. to finish him off. Whoops. We got a hole somewhere. We got a hole somewhere. Oh, there we go. Holes everywhere. Okay. Okay, that's good. That's good. We got the gist of him now. Right, let's place him on the floor because he doesn't look like he's on the floor. So underneath that green layer, take black. And we'll make a big ellipse. Hold it down. Get a nice ellipse. And go. Drag it. And it's a bit big. I got snapping on. If you got snapping on, turn it off. You can get more accurate. Right, he's on the floor now. Then go to layer, press N, and drop the opacity down so it's not so bright. Okay, there we go. I need to do some more colors now. So, go back to your big green blob. Let's create a new layer. Let's go dark grayish. Again, that's the 2D, 2D, 2D. Back to technical brush, and let's do his teeth. Now, don't worry about being accurate because we're just about to go over that anyway. So create a new layer again. Let's take a light gray. BC, BC, BC. Another odd one. Now I do have to be accurate because we're not going to fix this one. Oh, I got some dodgy sketch line there. I'll move that in a second. So one way to find where that is just turn layers on and off till it disappears. So it's up the top. Find the layer, get rid of it. Okay, let's create a new layer above all these colors, and let's try and get his eyeball in. Let's just use white for that. Draw that in. You want to be a bit more neat this time, because white outside this would look a bit funny. Let's grab it. Go, there's his eyeball. I'm going to add shade into this, so don't worry. You can notice on some of those green bits that when I filled it in, it left a few marks, but you can go back and tidy that up as much as you want. But I kind of like making it messy. The white one's done the same. Make sure you're on the right layer. Sometimes when you color fill, it doesn't quite do it. And we got little bits again, which I think is on the sketch layer when I move stuff. But don't get too worried about this. When you zoom in so far, like it always looks a bit messy, but when you zoom out, it's fine. You don't need to worry about it. Okay, we need to add a bit of shade in. Nothing too crazy. Create a new layer above the green one. And then choose clip and mask, which means whenever you draw, it'll stay in the colors underneath. So let's grab that. Let's go dark green. That's the hex if you want to pause it. Let's grab a big brush. So again, it's still technical pen. You hold it down and get a nice curve. Fill that in. And goes below his arm. And above a little bit. Just add a little bit of shading. Nothing too crazy. Make sure you do under his legs, because his big ball head will cut it off. Got that. His feet are kind of dark. Let's just make them dark there. And then all of this is being hidden because of his big head. There we go. So we got some dark, maybe here as well. And maybe around eye. I noticed where this needs to be green as well. We can fix that later. Okay, let's give him a highlight. So do the same again, new layer, clip and mask, and hold down and get this green again. Go a little bit to the left and higher up, and that color is that one. Oops. And make sure we're on the right layer, and Let's put a highlight here. And that'll do. Nice simple highlight. Maybe there a little bit. Right, let's fix over his eyeball. Actually, we could just take a eraser, and wherever we had the white, like here, just make sure he's got an eyelid again. Okay, that's better. Okay, above this white, create a new layer, clip a mask, hold down the white, and we'll go down a bit here. So again, that is that one, C4. Let's take that, draw a line there, draw a line there, fill that in. Now this is quite smooth, so what we want to do to smooth this one out is go there, adjustments, go to Gaussian blur, and drag, so it says 10%, whatever, we want to go to 13%. Now what we want to do is drop it again, get to that color, a darker gray, and we'll do the same again, but not quite as far up, and then we'll go to Gaussian blue again, and then we got a nice gradient. Now we can do that back on the dark parts as well a little bit. See if that works for you. Depends how smooth you want it, or if you want to leave it. That's kind of up to you. I'll do a tiny bit. It just means the edges are gonna smooth in a little bit. So I'll leave it there. Okay, above that, let's create a new layer above the white one. Let's choose a greeny blue for his eye, which is there. Then let's color that in. Leave the spot of the reflection. Take a darker one. Alright, oops. I want to be on classic. Take a darker version of it, which is that. And then just do a little bit around his eye. And let's take a really light version of it. Here's that. And let's just put a bit of interest here and there. Just little dots. Okay, let's do his teeth. So let's go back on layer 6, where his teeth are. And let's do a lighter yellowy color. So that is that one. If you want to pause it and grab that number. And let's just give him some highlights, nothing too crazy. Okay, that's looking good. Well, let's do his horns right up the top. Create a new layer. You can use the same that we just used to highlight his teeth, actually. And then maybe drop it down a little bit to this one. And put it around the edges. Okay, that's looking pretty good now. The only thing I like to do, let's use that same color, new layer. Let's color in some of his little claws. And one thing I like to do to make this stand out is create a new layer right at the bottom. Sorry, above the shadow though. We'll see how that works out. Now, take total white. This is just white. Make it as big as you can. The technical pen. And then quite loosely, not, you don't want to be neat with this, is put a load of white around the edges to make him look a bit like he's a sticker, so he'll stand out quite nicely from the background. That looks quite nice. Then he'll look like a sticker. You could use another brush, as long as it's hard, just make a bigger brush. Any brush will do. And maybe put a few dots here and there to break up the monotony of it. So there we go. You might want to put a layer right up the top, above the sketch layer this time, and make this highlight actually go into the white, and it looks like it's nice and shiny then. And if you want, on that same layer we can put some effects. So pick like a yellow, which is this color. Put a few dots, not too many. Like I know you might have loads in, the actual pictures, but don't put too many. So it's looking pretty good. I think we're pretty much done, right? So this part is up to you, what color you want to make the background. So click on the background and just whatever kind of color you like. Make sure it's not too dark or too colorful, because it'll take away from it. So take it like up here somewhere and then find the color. This is very much up to you what color you like. It can be any color. I like blue generally. Pink looks quite nice though. So yeah, let's leave it pink. Okay, there we go. That was fun. I like drawing Mike. Okay, if you like this, subscribe and let me know if you'd like to, for me to go through something else. Okay, thank you. Bye.